What's up, Northern FanCon? What's going on? My name is Ming Chen. You might know me from a little TV show called Comic Book Men. I prefer to be, thank you. I prefer to be known as the three-time returning Northern FanCon guest and champion.
Well, you know, I was saying that you should also be called Mr. Congeniality if you got awards for it.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Guy, for coming to the live podcast. Thank you guys for sticking around up there. I know I might look a little weird right now. I was at a place called the Croft Hotel last night.
Yeah.
And it didn't end.
PG's gonna go home with me.
It didn't end well. Anybody familiar with the Croft Hotel? Any PGers here? No. Okay.
I am.
Oh, you got a couple here, yeah.
And I'm Little Leah, by the way.
Yes, I'm sorry. My name is Ming Chen. This
It's
is Little
Sunday.
Leah.
We don't give a shit about stuff anymore. Oh.
Oh, yeah. Is it a friend of yours?
I can't see that far, so we'll meet up later.
Yeah, this is Leah Coghlan. Does a lot of work for the convention, but more importantly, you are a podcaster.
I am a podcaster.
You have a podcast called The Radical Sex Witches?
Yeah, that's the name of the show. We talk about VJs a lot.
Yes. And it made me very happy to well,
I bet.
This all proves to my point. I started podcasting. Well, first I got Kevin Smith onto it, because he was like, wait, I can say whatever I want on this thing, on this podcast? I'm like, dude, you can. He's a guy who likes to use the F word a lot.
Me too.
Wow. It's like you're from New Jersey or something. That's awesome.
F words are universal.
They are, but he didn't want any time limits. He didn't want anyone telling him what to do. And when it came to like creating his own show, and podcasting was the perfect medium for him. So he got way into it, and then he found out how to make money at it, and you know it was all over from there.
So I have a question. Is he responsible for you getting into podcasting?
Yes, very much so. When he started, I was the guy who would upload his podcast to like iTunes or to get it distributed. I would do a little bit of editing, although like there wasn't much to edit because he said what he said and it happened. So I was the guy, like, you know, in like Spider-Man, I was like Ned. I was the guy in the chair. Like, I don't want to go fight crime. I want to be the guy who's like, all right, turn left, turn right. Okay, there's, you know, and then, you know, say hi to Doctor Strange, and then, you know, the enemy's right here. I didn't want to be the main guy because I sit in dark rooms behind computers, and why are you looking like you're laughing at me? Why do you want to laugh at me?
Because I have affection for you, and you are my friend, and you tell me funny things, and I picture them.
Yeah, no, but I was like the IT guy. Like, I wanted to be
Right.
behind the scenes. But one day he was like, hey, I want you to start a podcast. And I'm like, what? I'm like, why? Because like, you started because you're good at storytelling. You're famous already. You have a built-in audience. I'm you know what I'm famous for? As a guy who works for you. That was my fame. And yeah, but he was like, dude, you can talk about whatever you want. And that got me hooked. So
what was your first episode all about?
It was me and Mike Zapsik. If you watch Comic Book Man, Mike Zapsik, the other co-star of Comic Book Man, and we talked about comic books. We talked about Star Wars. I really love food. I really love putting like things in my mouth. So we talked about food, and we talked about like, you know, we're old, so we talked about old like 70s TV shows like Greatest American Hero and stuff like that.
Oh my God, I remember that show.
They showed that up here?
When we moved to the bigger city and got more than one channel, yes.
Yeah, oh sorry, I just have one on deck here. So I love that there's so much beer here in Canada, it's awesome.
Well.
Yeah, so that's what we talked about, and it was cool because when I was like, Kevin, how long do you want us to go? Like, I was convinced that it would be like one episode, we'd be done, and he wouldn't ask me to do it anymore. But he was like, can you do 45 minutes? I'm like, on Star Wars and comics, yeah, easy. But we ended up going 2 hours, and it flew. We didn't have a clock in the room. It flew by. I was like, wow, that was really fun. I listened back to it. It sounded like we knew what we were talking about. It sounded professional. Like, if it was on the radio, it would have sounded like a real show. And it would, most importantly, though, it was fun.
That's what I was going to ask. I was like, were you bitten by the bug in that exact second, and you were like, this is my life now?
Yeah, it was. And then so we started that day like 12 years ago, and then the podcast is now called I Sell Comics. It's about pop culture and comic books. And we're still kind of going. We recorded our like 320th episode, I think.
That's insane.
Yeah. And,
I strive for that. I think we're
only
on like
now?
episode like 62.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Most podcasts crumble in the first 10 episodes because...
Well, we talk for a lot shorter time.
How long are your episodes again?
They can range anywhere from like 15 minutes up until 40. We like to keep them bite-sized because we live in this goldfish mentality society where people are like, I'm done listening. I've gapped out.
Yeah, well, you have a sex podcast, so like mine would tap out about 5 to 15 minutes. Yours might want to go like 40.
We're not allowed to talk about why that is here now.
I didn't say anything. I just said that would be the direction. That's all. That's all I'm saying. Anybody here have a podcast? Anyone want to start one? Because once we got going, I'm like, this is so much fun.
It is.
I want everybody to do this.
It is so much fun. I enjoy it, and we have guests on occasionally, and I love just talking to people and meeting them and seeing what their world's all about.
Yeah. But for this particular live podcast, I guess we had to come up with a topic or something. We just ramble. But I made up a list. Of everything I love about Canada. I live in New Jersey. I live in the States.
Does everybody know that Ming is an honorary Canadian? That
if only.
You are an honorary Canadian.
Thank you.
Okay, before you get into your lists of everything that's wonderful, like people bring Ming so much shit, like snacks, cheesies, alcohol. They just like, Ming's coming, they go to Costco, they load up the car.
And like devastatingly handsome guy brought me a bag of 36 cheesies.
He's right there.
He's right there.
Christos.
He went to, I guess he went to Costco and he bought on this gigantic bag of cheese. It looks like a giant pillow, and he left it. I wasn't there at my time when he left it there, and I was like, "What magic fairy brought me all these Hawkins cheesies?"
And it's every year that you come, people bring you. I mean, that's excessive and amazing, Christo. So kudos to you for that.
Yeah,
but what do you do? How do you have a second suitcase to bring
No,
home?
I bring like a really big suitcase, enough where I can just throw, because I know I'm getting snacks, and this year I'm going to try to smuggle beer back because I got a bunch of free beer and stuff too. So, yeah, like Aero bars, Smarties, anything with ketchup on it. The Canadian Kit Kats are better. Like everything's better up here. All dressed. Anything with all dressed chips.
I like finding out the differences between countries of what we have and don't have.
Oh, well, so you have all those great snacks, but you don't, the sugary cereals, I heard you guys don't get all those.
We don't?
Yeah.
I haven't eaten cereal in like 20 years.
I heard there's like a smuggling ring where people like smuggle in like, ooh, man, hey, you got those Apple Jacks, man? You got them Apple Jacks?
No, we have cereal. Like, that's ridiculous.
You have Apple Jacks?
I've seen them.
Okay, but like Captain Crunch, like you don't get all the
yes,
crunch.
We do.
You get Crunch Berries?
Who is giving you this information?
People who really love cereal and can't get it.
They just don't want to share with you. I think they're assholes.
I don't need to share. I can get the cereal. I can just go to the store and buy it. But there's a whole
you don't have to smuggle any in for us. We're taken care of, unless it's like the extra sugar level that I don't know about.
I got you. The other thing I noticed at A&W, we don't really have those anymore. We had them and they faded away. But I learned about like the Burger family, and the Burger family they look nice, but I think I sense some mischief behind that Burger family. Like they're
the babies,
yeah,
the
like
mamas, the papas,
they
the
run
grandpas.
like a secret criminal organization or something. Yeah, but I saw it at the Vancouver airport. I think I want what do you get, like a burger and the frosty mug of root beer? Are you laughing at me? It's funny, right? I love it so much, man. Yeah.
Well, when I travel, I am very food motivated, and I will like source out kind of like how you like dive bars.
I do.
I find places that hole in the wall eateries that might not be a place everyone's going to.
Right. Have you been to the States?
Yeah, I've been to quite a few places.
What's your favorite city in the U.S.? Just pick one.
Okay, I really do enjoy going to LA, but not to the city part. I love hanging out with the downtrodden friends in Venice Beach. It's just a really fun time.
Oh yeah, Venice
there.
is cool. Yeah,
it's super cool. And they have out of all my travels, some of the best food in Venice.
It's pretty good.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not world cultured like you.
No one's ever confused me with culture. Ever. Yeah, but you're in the filmmaking world, right? So going to LA was fun. Did you actually go to like Hollywood and like the Chinese theater? Did you see the
I mean, yeah, we do that, but
handprints?
anytime I go travel, I like to go see the weird stuff that no one's doing. So I go to like the Museum of Death and then immediately regret it when I'm almost puking on the way out.
The Museum of Death is there, yes.
Yes.
Yeah. It's so weird. They loop clips of people getting hit by trains and stuff. Like
the faces of death they play in there, but they have like all these things like artifacts and drawings and whatnot from serial killers, turn of the century cemetery stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, I tried it once, and now I can say I did it, right? Like,
Did you just go because you're like, oh man, I love death. Like, this is gonna be awesome, and then you're like, this is not as awesome as I thought it was gonna be.
It was one thing in the whole entire museum that ruined the rest for me. I won't tell it here. I'll get kicked out of this place. But like, the rest of it was pretty cool and interesting, and I just like doing things that are off the grid that all the other tourists aren't doing.
Right.
So
You ever
I'll
been
go
to the
see it.
Museum of Sex?
No, but that sounds up my alley.
I think that's in LA or Vegas or something. Yeah, put it on your list.
Okay.
I've never been there, but
I'm surprised you don't have a membership, to be honest.
like the lifetime membership.
You guys, Ming Chen's coming. We have to give him the
The VIP tour
The VIP
of the
tour.
Museum of Sex.
roll out the carpets.
Yeah. Well, I hope you come down. You should come to New Jersey.
I would like to go to New Jersey a lot, actually.
We would have a
so.
lot of fun. We'd probably get like really drunk too, but that's, you know.
I'll bring. You got bail money. You're richer than me. We'll make this happen. If
I
not,
don't
we'll
think
call
I'm-
your friend Kevin Smith.
Do you think I'm richer than you? Why do you think I'm like on a Comic-Con?
You
like,
are
like
banking.
begging for people to buy autographs from me. Why do you think I'm begging for free cheesies? That's like dinner, lunch, breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
I think that you're living a pretty charmed and fantastic life.
I won't deny that. Yeah, it's cool. I get to go to Comic-Cons like every weekend now, which is cool. And you know, thanks to people like you who get excited when they're like, "Hey, Ming's coming back." Like, I like that. If you watch Comic Book Man, we got canceled, I guess, almost 4 years ago now. Which I'm still waiting for that call. They're like, "Hey, yeah, you're back."
Reboot.
Haven't gotten the call yet. And,
Well, maybe we need to start a petition like Mark Bernardin did to get on Seth Meyers. We'll just be like, bring back Comic Man.
Is that how he got on? He started
Yeah,
a
he
petition?
started like on Twitter, and just everybody
And it
went
worked?
rabbit. Yes.
Huh. All right. I didn't want to seem like I was begging for the show to come back, but I would. I would.
Shameless self-promotion.
I would do
baby.
almost anything to get the show back. Almost anything.
Well, you know, I mean, I'd say traveling to cons every weekend is a pretty great second.
Yeah, I'm very lucky. I remember I asked, I have like a woman who will find the shows and book them for me. And I was like, hey, you know, God forbid we ever get canceled. Like, what's my shelf life after we get canceled? Because
Forever.
And you know, well, you get a window. Like, you know, the
I
show
don't know.
gets
You're
canceled.
nice to everybody. People love you. They love when you come to visit.
Yeah, but that only goes so far. You need like a property.
We're not going to cut you off
that-
at year 9 and be like, sorry, we don't like you as much anymore.
No, there's a difference between liking and being relevant, though. Because, like, you know, if you have a show, then if you have new episodes and people see that you're in the public eye still, then you can keep coming back. And whose birthday is it?
Not ours.
Oh, dang.
I have a question for you.
Oh,
so how many Canadian cons do you go to besides Northern FanCon?
Not enough. So these are the ones I've been to. I went to one in Cornwall, Ontario. You ever heard of Cornwall?
Mm-hmm.
You've heard of Cornwall, Ontario?
I haven't been there, but I've heard of it.
Oh, okay. That was fun. It was a small show. It was on a hockey pad, on a hockey rink. It was cool. I've been to Calgary Comic Expo.
Oh yeah,
was awesome.
so fun.
Calgary, that one was fun. I wasn't supposed to be there, but Kevin and Jay were there,
Mm-hmm.
and I didn't beg to go there, but I kind of hinted that I really wanted to go. And Jay's wife,
And they were like, get in our duffel bag. You're
I
coming.
would have done that, and I'm small enough to do.
I
Like
know.
I could totally fit in a hockey bag. There's no doubt. But she's like, hey, I talked to them. They'll bring you out to Calgary, but on a couple conditions. I'm like, okay, well, what are the conditions? She's like, well, you have to split a table with Jason Mewes, Jay from Jay and Silent Bob. And I'm like, dude, they can put me in the bathroom for all I care. Like, just to go to Calgary. They did put me in the bathroom. And I ended up not having to share a table with them. They found me in my own space, so that was cool. But I remember
It was the utility closet. With a
I would have
cot.
taken that. But I remember when I got there, and at cons like this, they give you there's like a green room where you can go and eat or get
Right.
a soda or something. And I roll into the green room, and there are these chefs like cooking. Like, oh, welcome, Mr. Chen. Would you like some locally raised bison to start off your trip here at Calgary Comic Expo? I'm like, yeah. They're like rare, medium rare, or medium, and I'm like, I'm gonna like it here.
We've just got a hot dog water dispenser upstairs for you that you seem to like. Ah.
I thought we weren't going there.
Hey, you brought up like what's going on in the green room, and I can't lie about.
Yeah, so that was
stuff.
cool. They had chefs in the green room. I'm like, I want to
That's
come back
amazing.
every year. And thanks. Was that for me?
I don't
Probably.
know. Let's just take it. It's a win for both of us.
Yeah. So they haven't invited me back yet, though. So I have
What
to-
did you do? What did your hotel room look like when you left?
Oh, I trashed it. No, I'm not like the trashing hotel guy.
So, Prince George, Ontario.
Prince George,
Calgary.
Ontario, Calgary. I think that's it so far.
Oh
I would
my
love to go
God.
to Edmonton. I would love to Vancouver. Oh no, I went to Saskatchewan, Saskatoon.
Wow.
That one was fun too.
That was fun?
Yeah, there's this place called Smokes Poutine. Are you familiar with it?
That's like
Smokes?
asking you're from British Columbia. Do you know Mary Smith?
No. Smokes is a very widely
Is it?
poutine chain. Yeah, you never. Yeah, there we
Okay,
go.
well they
Smokes.
know. They're sticking up for you.
And they're open till
Egg on
4.
my face.
Open till 4 in the
Poutine
morning.
on my face.
So I was like, I had a few. And I was hungry, and me and my friends rolled over to Smokes Poutine.
That's
and,
awesome.
Yeah, and it was great. It was.
Well, I think you need a wider audience in Canada to travel the con circuit for sure.
Yeah, you want to hear a story? I was I
Yes.
went to this restaurant and I took a female friend with me, and she was cosplayed out and she was looking awesome, and there was another table next to us with some of the con guests, and one of them was the guy who played Master Pycelle from Game of Thrones, that kind of like creepy
Yep.
Meister. And the next morning, I get back to my table, and he's next to me. He's like, "Hey, man, how was your night last night?" I was like, "Yeah, it was cool. It was cool." I was like, "No. How was your night last night?" Because he saw me with the girl. I'm like, "Oh, Meister Pycelle. I mean, that was awesome. Nothing happened, but like that's what he wanted to hear."
He thought that you're just like all pimp rolling up in here.
Yeah, I can't remember the dude's real name, but he played
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, he played the bad guy in Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. I wanted him to tell me, it's like, "You have chosen wisely," like when he got the Grail, but he didn't say it. He didn't say that. So all he wanted to know, is if I got down. And so he's very true to his character, is what I'm saying. I don't know how detailed he wanted. Nothing happened though. So should I have made up something?
Yeah, I think that you should. I actually now want to know what's the weirdest fan interaction you might have ever, not to snitch on these people, but we're all friends here. I can tell that none of you are going to say anything. What's the weirdest thing that a fan has done or said or given to you?
I mean, they've all been pretty, very good interactions, especially in Canada. I mean, somebody had us sign her baby once. We autographed my baby. And it was on the onesie. I didn't autograph the skin. I'm not. But
you autograph her baby, it's going to look like your face after.
Yeah.
The ink's just going to seep.
There's been more than one occasion where people were convinced, and they mixed me up with Stephen Yeun from Walking Dead, the guy who played Glenn.
Did you ride that? I would take it.
Well,
That's
one girl
worth it.
started crying. She's like, "I can't believe they killed you." What was I supposed to do? I couldn't tell her I wasn't him at that point. She would have been so embarrassed, so crushed. So I was like, "Yeah, man, it sucks. Sucked to die on Walking Dead, man." And I should have charged her the $100 that he gets per autograph. I should have been like, "Yeah, it's $100." I didn't. I'm not. Yeah. But that's not the first time. But I don't look like him.
You don't look like him.
5 or 6 inches taller than me. He's easily 10 years or more younger than me. Yeah. So, but we all look alike, I guess. So.
I just snort laughed. You can't make me do that on here.
Too late. You already did it. Yeah.
Let's cut that out.
I've been confused with him a couple times, which is cool. If I'm going to be confused with anybody, he's an Oscar nominee.
And you're such a friendly dude that you probably haven't had stranger danger moments, hey?
No, not really. I think I've had a couple girls cry, which is very weird. I imagine, I don't know, Brad Pitt probably gets girls crying around him all the time.
Oh, yeah.
Or Johnny Depp, but that's for a different reason why he makes girls cry.
Oh, my God.
But yeah, it's very weird though.
#relevant.
It's very weird to have people crying in front of you, happy tears, I guess. But yeah,
You come to FanCon and Norm Coyne cries every year. Is he awake yet up there?
Yeah, but nothing too weird. I've never, no fans showing up at my hotel room door or anything.
Okay, well, I have another question then. Who is hands down the coolest person you ever met at a con? Celebrity, regular,
one of them is
pedestrian?
here in this room. His name is Ross Marquand.
He's back there, I think.
Yeah, if you haven't met
Or up
Ross, highly recommend it. But that guy is cool. I met him at 7 years ago at a convention.
Really?
Yeah, and I saw he was coming. I loved his character on The Walking Dead. I brought him a gift, and I had a feeling that he would.
What was the gift?
The gift was it's this Japanese roll, and you can put Sharpies in it.
Oh,
And
cool.
you put it's for artists, but Sharpies, and then you can roll it up, and then it's compact, and you take it with you. And so I pre-filled it, with Sharpies and like silver and gold and a black one. I rolled up and I went up to him and was like, hey man, welcome to the cons. I'm from Comic Book Man. I really enjoy your work. Welcome to the con world. And I was like, you're gonna need this. Like I see you having a long future doing this. And he still tells the story. He was really touched by it for some reason. But I was just being welcoming. And I thought he looked like a cool guy, and I was right. So now that, fast forward to this, like, we were in Chicago a month ago, and like we party, right? So we found these bars that are open till 5 a.m. So we're like, I was like, oh crap, we have to be at the con tomorrow, I guess. So go get a couple hours of sleep.
It's light outside now.
Yeah, and then show up at the con. But we did like every night though. Like we couldn't get past because like Chicago's a.
You've done every night here as well since Thursday.
We have, yeah.
You guys are hardcore.
Yeah, like if you want to catch us out, like we'll be out. And we'll be eating tacos in front of Heartbreakers, like we did last night. Like it's awesome. Yeah, he's a great guy, man. He feels like a brother, Cool.
And that's one thing that I absolutely truly love about doing Northern FanCon is getting to see the people that you become friends with every year, and then making brand new friends this year, and you kind of just like keep adding on.
Yeah. Who else is cool? Sean Gunn. Sean Gunn's cool. Rocket Raccoon from.
Okay. Yeah.
From Guardians.
Yep.
Kirk from Gilmore Girls. They should bring him up next year. I think he'd have a lot of fun here.
I don't know if I look like someone that watched Gilmore Girls, do I?
I don't judge. It's a good show. I've watched it. I like the Gilmore Girls. The mom she's kind of hot. She's not kind of hot. She is hot. Lauren Graham. Yeah. I like her acting too. I think she's cool.
Yeah.
Woo! Thank you.
Someone's up.
Yeah, I mean, there be a certain amount. They invite the guests. So some people go to the con and they're like, oh, I'm gonna go back to my hotel room, get DoorDash, and watch Netflix. But then you get someone who's like, hey man, where are we partying tonight? Like, I heard you're the guy to ask.
You are the guy to ask, and I don't know, like you don't sleep. I'm making a tweet for the con at like 6 a.m. and I just saw you 3 hours ago, and you're already like, retweet.
Yeah, I don't sleep much. Yeah, you know what keeps me going in the morning though? Tim Hortons. One of my favorite things about Canada.
Do you love Tim Hortons?
I love Timmy's.
Okay,
yeah.
what's your go-to order from Timmy's?
It's like a medium double, and like I don't know, like 6 assorted Timbits. Like that's all you need. Do you need that's all I need. I don't get the sandwiches or anything. And then last time I was at the airport, they had birthday cake Timbits. I was like, yes. I got a whole bunch of those. The double is a beautiful thing though.
It's interesting when you travel and there's different versions of coffees in places, and Canadians, they go outside and they're like, we want a double, and nobody knows what the hell you're talking about.
Yeah. A double is like a hamburger order in the States, so it's not the same.
I want all the pickles, bitch.
Yeah, because where I'm at in New Jersey, there's no Tim Hortons. I think the closest one is in New York City, maybe. But it
probably doesn't taste like
it
here.
Doesn't. It tastes way better up here.
I thought you were going to say down there.
Yeah, can you imagine a world with no Tim Hortons, though? I don't want to live in that world.
I'm not going to rain on your parade, but they're not my go-to.
Okay.
But they are a staple of Canada, for sure.
I think Canada would crumble if Tim Hortons, if like Thanos just came like boop and all the Tim Hortons disappeared. I think that it would be a total collapse up here. It would just be a total collapse. We should shoot that as a short. Like Thanos comes and wipes out all the Tim Hortons, and then everything just collapses.
It's just a wasteland, and we're just smelling empty boxes of donuts.
Yeah. You know what I like to do as I'm drinking my double? I love to watch the kids in the hall.
Yeah.
I love the kids in the hall.
So I don't know, the new season after how many years? Like 20 years.
Something like that, yeah.
Just came out, and I have yet to had a chance to check it out.
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet. I'm gonna binge it.
Maybe Monday when I'm coming from the FanCon.
Yeah,
down.
It's not only funny on a higher level than anything I've ever seen in America, but it's like they're little Canadian Easter eggs in it. It's uniquely Canadian.
You love so much Canadian stuff, it's kind of ridiculous. And where was it that you just recently met the entire cast? Like I geeked out seeing that shit. I was like, oh my god, every single one of them, and Ming is with them.
Yeah, I was at a film festival in Austin called South by Southwest.
Right.
Yeah, it's a pretty big film and music festival. And by a stroke of luck, I got to go for my first time this year. So I did no research. I didn't know what the films were showing. I was like, I'll go and I'll figure it out. And I went and I partied the next morning. I'm like, I should go do some film festival stuff. Scrolling through the schedule, and it was like, 1 o'clock presenting The Kids in the Hall. I'm like, what? And they were all there. I'm like, holy crap, I guess Amazon had brought them out
That's a pretty big deal.
to do a Q&A. And then so I'm walking over there, and I'm like, all right, is this going to be a packed panel, or is it, or, you know, because I don't know how many Americans really know them. Like, they had the Brain Candy movie, and they
No,
showed,
but that's a valid point.
They showed on HBO down there, but it was packed, but I got a really good seat. And the cool thing about that panel, when they were done, they stuck around and talked to people and took photos with them. And yeah, it was cool. I talked to Bruce McCullough, and I was like, dude, it's not every day I get to meet the Eradicator. Like, and I don't, yeah, that's kind of a deep dive, but he looked pretty happy about that. It was funny though. I went up to him. He was like, "Hey Ming, what's going on?" I was like, "Holy shit, he's seen Comic Book Men." I had a name tag with my name on it.
I was gonna ask if he knew you. Oh.
Yeah, no, I wish. I got really, really excited. I thought, holy crap, like, you know, my comedy idol, I've seen my work, but no, he saw my name tag with my name on it. He's like, yeah, it's an old salesman trick. I'm like, dang it.
No, you're too honest. I keep that secret.
Yeah,
he knew who I was. He watched Comic Book Men.
It didn't happen. But are you a fan?
I am a fan. They are Canadian royalty for sure. It's been a really long. Like, I remember the big sketches that probably everyone remembers.
Sure, Chicken Lady, Cabbage Head,
yeah,
crushing
your head, that woman right there.
Crush. Oh, you poor little man, I'm crushing your head. Crush. Yeah.
People in the audience are like, you guys do drugs before we came up here? No, we're just drinking, you guys.
No,
it's
like,
totally
isn't,
fine.
I don't you all just quote the kids in the hall up here when you get drunk, and like just in general?
I mean, maybe in the 90s, probably.
Yeah, because I was in high school, everyone was like, oh man, Saturday Night Live's awesome. Like, Saturday Night Live sucks compared to the kids in the hall, man. They wish they were the kids in the hall. I know Lorne Michaels created both of them, but... Yeah. Clearly he knows where the better one was, and he kept it up north like a really good secret.
You also really
screw
love
Saturday Night Live, man. Kids in the Hall forever, man.
That's gonna be your sound clip, and then be like, "Hey, remember me? I'm Ming that works at Radio Shack."
Yeah, yeah.
You also really love Degrassi.
Yes.
The last time you were
I
here,
love Degrassi.
We had like a 10-minute conversation. Like, I haven't watched Degrassi since I was a kid, and this guy was doing all the deep dives.
Yeah. Oh, we have a question. Hi, handsome sir. How are you?
Hi. I just wanted to let you both know I love you so much.
Thank you.
In a very uncomfortable way.
Okay.
And I'll see you right after the panel.
Oh, yeah.
Nothing bad is going to happen, I swear.
We're going to politely kidnap you.
My car's right out back.
Okay.
Plenty room in the trunk.
I'll have that stack of toonies that you asked for. Thank you, kind sir. Mark Bernardin, everybody. Mark Bernardin. Yeah, so I grew up in Michigan, and so we would get CBC broadcasts from across the water, from Windsor or wherever, Windsor, Canada. And so I didn't go out on dates on Friday and Saturday nights because I had no money, no game, no car, so no date. So I was there and watched Kids in the Hall and Degrassi, and
you were telling me about your Degrassi crushes.
Oh yeah, Caitlin, and Caitlin for sure.
Spike.
Spike.
There's a little love for Spike too.
Spike. Spike was the pregnant girl, right?
Yeah, but she was still cute in her giant spiked hair.
Yeah.
I obviously had probably a crush on Joey Jeremiah. I did. Like,
what
teenage girl in Canada didn't.
I still do, dude. Have you seen him lately? Dude,
he looks the same. They all look the same.
He's looking good. He shaves his head now, but he looks great.
And you know Pat.
Well, for a fact, yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, I remember. Yeah, I watched Degrassi, like the Zit Remedy, and I was like, holy crap! They put an Asian kid in the show. Like, you was my hero, man. Like, even there's that episode where he's talking about like wet dreams and stuff. I was like, yeah, me too, man. Heck yeah, you, man. Him and his nerdy friend Arthur, and then Arthur's like slutty sister, like all the Wheels. And it all kind of came crumbling down though when School's Out came out. Did you ever see School's Out, the movie?
The movie? Oh my God! I was really confused. I'm like, all these people I've watched for years are having sex and they're saying fuck, and there's a tit right there, like.
Right, and that
someone died in a drunk driving accident.
Yeah, Wheels goes to jail. I'm like, what's going on? What happened?
Who decided like this was the next step for their lives?
Yeah, and I was like, oh my God. So it was depressing, but it was like, I was like, oh my God, they went there.
I felt bad watching it. I don't know. I was pretty young when it came out.
Yeah,
younger.
Me too. But I love that show. And then I remember, I tried to see if any of my friends in America ever watched it. They're like, is it like Saved by the Bell? I'm like, no. No. Do you see Screech? At Degrassi Junior
They're
High,
not wrapping their problems up in 30 minutes. It carries
do
over.
you see Slater on the streets of Degrassi? He wouldn't last a second. Screech would have been off. Like he couldn't survive the streets of Degrassi in Toronto. Yeah, everyone was like, it's like Saved by the Bell. Like, not even.
No, it's not even
man.
close at all.
Yeah, so I started with junior high, and then I went to Degrassi
Same.
High, and I haven't really watched the new ones.
No, I know. I think I'm past my prime for that, but all the kudos to them. And isn't that where Drake came from?
Yes,
Yeah.
it is where Drake came from. But it was a very big part of why I love Kevin Smith so much. He made Clerks and all that, but
Oh, yeah.
he talked very passionately about watching Degrassi. I was like, holy crap, there's another one out there.
I've never met anyone in America that likes them as much as me.
Yeah, and then I think a crowning moment in my life was like when I went to a con and Patrick Mastroianni was there, who played Joey Jeremiah, and Stacey Mistison, who played Kaylin, had the table next to me. It's like, oh my god.
Oh God.
Yeah.
To be a fly on like the wall of your brain for that moment, hey?
It's great. I'm like, everything I've ever done, if that led to this moment, it was totally worth it. Like, forget the TV show.
We were supposed to have them here pre-pandemic, the year that like.
No, really?
Yeah, and I think you were gonna be here too. It would have been like a total circus.
Yeah, they were cool. And now, Pat, he's running a con, I think, in London, Ontario, and he invited. I'm going.
Is it a Degrassi con?
No, it's like a Comic-Con, but there's gonna be a lot of Degrassi people there. But I'm going in October. He invited me. Like
That's
personally
amazing.
invited me.
I can't wait to see all your selfies and just the excitement on your face.
Yeah, and Stacey, like every time I post on Instagram, she'll like heart emoji. I'm like, yes, it worked. I'm the man. I'm the man. Yeah.
I love how much you love that. That's fantastic. What other, I don't know, are there any other loves of Canada that we have not covered besides Cheesy's, Degrassi, Kids in the Hall, Tim Hortons? You like food and TV.
Yeah, hockey. Hockey, great sport.
Yeah, you
of
got
hockey.
the wrong girl up here for that.
You don't
I'm
watch
like,
hockey?
sports?
I thought even you're. I mean, you know that you're aware of hockey, right? That there's a game called hockey.
Yeah, I know
Okay.
that there's a thing called hockey.
Right, but you don't watch hockey.
It's not my jam.
You're
I'm
missing
a
out,
shitty
man.
Canadian.
Watching live hockey is the best thing ever.
Live hockey, that's different. On the TV, it's like, I can't do it.
Okay, what are you, a Maple Leafs fan? You're falling asleep during the playoffs like they did.
See,
this
that
year?
joke's just like so over my head. I'm like,
I
sports.
can't help myself. Every year, man. Every year. I would rather they not even make the playoffs than the disappointment that they call in the first round every year. So
I can't even help.
I have to vent, man.
You can vent. It's not gonna. It's over my head.
I have to vent. The Tragically Hip. I'm a fan of
Oh.
the hip, man.
Man, that was a staple. I was wondering if you were gonna bring up Canadian music because we
Yeah.
had some epic bands in the 80s and 90s for sure.
I mean, Bryan Adams, even though he kind of, I don't think he likes Asian people, but that's, yeah, Google it. Google it. It's kind of funny.
how do you know that? You don't think he likes Asian people?
No, he went on a rant.
Oh my God.
He went on a rant. It was COVID fueled, so maybe he wasn't in the right mind. But yeah. Geez, what other Canadian bands?
I love the Headstones and Biff Naked and Moist.
Oh, Bare Naked Ladies. That's a pretty standard one. But the Guess Who, man. The Guess Who. That is a great Canadian band. That is a great. Come on, yeah.
A little before my time, but I have listened to them quite a bit.
Yeah, No Sugar Tonight in My Coffee.
Yes,
Come on.
that's the song that immediately came to my head, actually.
Oh, yeah, really? Like Not These Eyes?
And that one too.
From Superbad? Like, that's such a great scene.
Super bad. Did you hear that
Superbad.
they might make a second one?
They better,
How do
yeah.
you're all for it? Someone was just telling me the other day, they're like, don't do it.
Why?
Well, how many years has been in between it?
Who cares?
I don't know. Well, if they do it properly, it's going to work, and if not, it's going to flop.
Right. Yeah, I guess so. That's-
McLovin's going to be 47.
All right, so yeah, that was the thing when I met the kids in the hall. I'm like, wow, man, they're not kids anymore. They're all in their 60s.
The men in the hall.
The geriatrics.
The
in the hall.
geriatrics in the hall.
Yeah.
They're not going to like you very much for that comment, but hey.
They know. They admitted it.
Yeah?
Yeah, and
They
I
said
saw
that themselves?
I saw a clip from the new one. They still got it, man. They're still funny.
I'm sure that they are, and so when I'm having my FanCon come down, I'm going to binge it with all the snacks I've stolen from the green room, along with the alcohol.
Oh, that reminds me. There's a bunch of candy up there.
I know.
I'm totally.
I know. I walked in and I
unloading.
forgot. I'm like, this is what I did last year. And
I'm
I
just
opened
gonna
my
be like-
backpack. There was like 5 chocolate bars in there today. It was amazing.
So great, so great. Curling. I love curling. I've never done it, but I
We
love
had
it.
the Worlds here in Prince George.
Really?
Like how many months ago? Not even.
how does a city transform during the World Curling
I don't know. I
Championships?
stayed home. It was COVID still, but Norm went. He actually invited me, and was it the World or just Canadian? Someone tell me. Okay,
the
I
world,
was right
yeah.
the first
so
time.
curling
Whoop, whoop.
teams from around the world
Sports.
here in Prince George. Did the German team cause a ruckus or anything like that? Did anything happen?
There were certain things that went on because of COVID, and I can't remember because again, sports and me.
Yeah, but the Lithuanians get kicked out of the Black Clover. These are the kind of stories I want to hear.
I didn't get to hear any of those fun stories. I'm sure that they were pretty dedicated. It's not like, they have to show up and do a con tomorrow and you have to just drag your ass around the place. They have to win medals for their country, so it's doubtful.
It's curling. You don't. Do you
It's a pretty Canadian sport.
Do you need your wits about you? Do you need to be
I would probably
not
say Norm Coyne.
in the house?
He's
In the
awake
house.
and alive now.
Do you need to be? You can curl hungover, I bet. I would
Well, for fun, you definitely could. But if you're going to go and take home a gold, silver, a bronze,
competitively,
shame.
I bet you could. Norm Coyne, everybody.
Norm Coyne, everyone. The man who started FanCon.
The man who can curl hungover and run a
could.
convention. But.
Yeah, and run a convention, and you probably could curl too.
I give it up for Norm Coyne, man.
Everyone
I love Norm
should give
so
it up
much,
for Norm.
man. Norm is also like my brother, man. We're
Yeah.
just he's like, you're
Norm
coming
is
back.
all about creating moments for people. He
yeah.
lives to create moments for everyone that comes here, for the guests that visit.
Yeah.
And I think that's pretty
I've had
fantastic.
many of my greatest moments here.
Many of your greatest moments.
Yeah, doing.
What are your top 3 greatest moments of
live band
FanCon?
karaoke up on here.
Hell yeah.
Karaoke at the Croft Hotel the other night. That was a great one. I totally did. I totally did.
Let's tell them the story about the Croft, though, because last year, he really wanted to go to the Croft. He's like, I love dive bars. We got to go there. And we're like,
Everyone's like, no, you don't want to go
probably
there.
don't want to really go
You're gonna
there.
die. You're gonna get stabbed. You're gonna get
You're
shot.
going to get stuck to the carpet.
You're gonna get an STD.
You're
Whatever.
definitely getting herpes from a doorknob.
Right, and so we were at the Black Clover and we were closing. I was like, hey, can we just go get one before I leave Canada, Prince George? Can we just go to the Croft once?
Yeah.
And we went, and I pulled on the door handle, and it was locked.
And it was locked.
They closed early.
We were finally like, okay, Ming, stop it. We're going to go.
You can give up this dream, right? I'm like, no, I will never give up this dream. So finally this year,
Yes.
after karaoke, I'm like, can we just please go get one?
I was going to go with you, but then I pieced out and went home. And
Well, I found a delegation. I found to go over it.
you guys, he lived, and people bought him alcohol, too.
Yeah,
Mr.
well, so
Congeniality.
everyone
ladies
was
and
like, "You're
gentlemen.
gonna get stabbed," and I went in there. I went to go get a
No.
drink, and the dude at the bar was like, "Hey man, what do you drink? I'm buying everyone shots." I'm like, "No, you don't have to. Let me buy you a shot." And he insisted on buying me shots, a can of Caribou, and then a bunch of drinks afterwards. And he was drunk, so I'm like, "Dude, are you sure about this? Are you in the right mind?" And he pulls out a wad of hundreds. He's like, "Yeah, we're good." I'm like, "Okay."
Okay.
So the exact opposite of everything they said was gonna happen to me happened. The opposite of getting stabbed is having a dude with a wad of
I
hundreds
mean, I
buy you
liked
drinks.
just fucking with you last year and telling you that you were going to die. That's why I'm your friend, to lie to you.
But I didn't die. I survived, and that was good. That was number 2.
Would you go back again to the Croft?
Tonight? Yeah.
Oh, tonight.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to make it happen.
After this panel? Yeah, probably.
If any of you are rich and have hundreds in your pocket and want to bail us out of jail
no,
later,
I
you
can
know
buy
how to
my
find
own
us.
drinks.
No, I said to bail us out of jail.
Oh, right.
2 times not so lucky.
Right, and the jail is right up here, right? Somebody pointed it out to me. Have you ever been?
To visit my convict boyfriends? No.
You've never been arrested?
No.
Okay, I'm actually
Have
shocked.
you been arrested?
I have not. No.
Well, then why are you asking me?
You look like maybe you've gotten a couple.
I'm just mouthy. I'm not illegal.
Well, you can go to jail for your mouth too.
These are fighting words, Ming Chen. I watched WrestleCore last night. I'll take one of those chairs and smash it over your head. for
That would be the third one. I went to wrestling
and
last
she
night.
did go to jail after that.
I went to wrestling, and before I came out, I was like, "Hey, we're gonna do wrestling. Do you want to be involved somehow?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, can I can't wrestle, but probably too old. But can I manage somebody?" They're like, "Yeah,
you were
can."
such a manager. You were made for managing.
I feel like there hasn't been a really good Asian manager since Mr. Fuji. So I was like, it's high time there's another Asian manager. But when we got up there, they're like, "Hey, do you want to pull a move at the end?" I'm like, "Yeah." Do I get to suplex somebody or what? And they showed me a pretty simple but cool looking move. So I got to go in the ring and wrestle. I can put that on my resume now.
And you can continue doing it. I know Ross wants
Yeah.
to continue it.
Yeah.
I'm sure that Lonnie and Norm, there were a lot of surprises of people
Yeah,
in the
Lonnie-
con
yeah,
that
Lonnie
just
and
like
Norm.
showed up there.
But yeah, Ross shocked me. He was great.
He was great,
a great
yes.
wrestler.
Yeah,
And,
and now everyone's like, we're gonna start our own wrestling federation.
Why do you sound like the Macho Man?
Cause I'm fucking love Slim Jim.
Slim Jim. Yeah. Yeah. No, we're thinking about like forming a tag team.
What's your tag team name gonna be? Do you know?
We haven't gotten that far yet. Yes. Yeah, but that was number.
Norm took the belt last night, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, he created the belt.
Who wants
so
a picture with the champ? He's right there.
yeah, that was so much fun though.
Is anyone in the audience go to WrestleCore last night?
Yeah. All right.
They did not disappoint.
you
They
need-
brought it. They were fantastic.
I think word's going to spread. Next year, you're going to need, it's going to be in here probably, you're going to need the whole arena.
Oh my God, that would be insane.
But the energy in there was awesome. The
Electric.
quality of wrestling was better than anything I've ever seen.
Do you know what I love? There were tiny little children that were like, kill him! And I was like, oh, they're into this.
Yeah. I think kids need that these days.
Kill him!
Kids need that these days because we're in 2022, right? So you know how kids are now. It's like everybody wins, everybody gets a trophy. There are no losers. You can be whatever you want to be. You know, you're the greatest thing. And like kids, you're not. You know, kids, 90% are.
Wow, is this how you parent at home? You're like, no.
Well, no,
You know what? That is a bullshit medal. We're taking that off the fridge.
I want to.
You go earn that.
I want a
properly.
parent like that, but my wife has other ideas. So luckily I didn't. Yeah, I didn't take over the reins of that. So, yeah, but I love. I love seeing kids like bloodthirsty.
They
kids.
were going insane and just losing their mind.
Bloodlust. Yeah, it's cool. I think it's good. I think kids should learn to think.
They did not
about that.
disappoint. They were so fantastic.
Yeah, I can't wait for next year. It's gonna be even bigger and better.
So, do you have anything else that you would like to add in regards to Canada?
I was
wrap our
looking.
shit?
So I did a Google search on like the
What
greatest
do
thing
I like about Canada?
about Canada, just to make sure there wasn't anything I missed. And one of them said, Canada is known for its extreme politeness. Extreme, not just politeness, extreme politeness.
Well, you brought a rotten co-host up here to prove that fact.
Yeah, well, I think that's why I love you so much, is because you're not.
I'm just mean. I'm like, shut up, Ming. I don't have to be nice to you.
Yeah, they smack me, and then it's just. Why?
Gotcha.
Why do you do that? Why do you love torturing me so much?
Why do you keep coming back? Norm, why does he keep coming back to us?
I
He
do love
loves
it.
it.
I truly do. I love this con. I love this city. I love the people who run this convention. I love you. I love Norm.
I love you.
Yeah, I love, and there, I could walk to Tim Hortons. Yeah.
You can get it delivered if you want to be lazy about it.
Yeah, I do. Every time I come here, I find something cool and new, and I make new friends. And
We love having you here. It's always comforting. You're one of our legacy guests. We love having you here every single year. People really look forward to it. And your words, I think that you're going to be relevant for quite some time, regardless of what you think.
I hope so. I gotta get on something. I've worked on a couple things.
Okay.
Hopefully, at least one of them blows up.
Can I
or
have a
something.
job?
And yeah, because people you ever want to get back
There was
on?
no answer there.
They're like, you ever want to get back on TV? I'm like, hell yeah, man! It's awesome because it's fun. It's relatively easy, and they pay you pretty well for the most part. So and then, yeah, festies. Be on the lookout for festies.
Festies.
Yeah.
We're definitely going to jail for that one.
Yeah. People sometimes will ask me, it's like, what do you really want to do? I know you work with Kevin, you've had a TV show, you go to cons, what do you really want to do? And I'm like, I just want to travel, eat, drink, and get paid for it. And basically.
That's what you do.
Sort of, but like on a bigger level, and have it on TV, like so that I could share my finds with the whole world. And someone's like, oh, kind of like Anthony Bourdain. I'm like, yeah, less, like he was kind of an asshole, but like more me. Yeah, I know. That's something I would love to do. I think that's what I really want to do. So we'll see what happens. It'll be
You're the
fun.
man.
Yeah, it'd be cool. And then you work in the conventions too. I think, I think that'd be cool. But I tell people, I still meet people who've never been to a con. They're like, what's it like? I'm like, imagine the greatest 3-day party that weekend that's going on anywhere in the world. That's the con that's what it is when I go to a con. It's the greatest 3-day
Norm's in
party
the front
world.
heckling.
Well,
It's-
seriously, I mean, like that. Prince George FanCon is like the best
It really is. It truly is. And why wouldn't you look forward? Why wouldn't you look forward to that? Yeah, I mean, when I was in high school, I didn't get invited to parties. No one wanted to, invite me to a party. I didn't get invited to anywhere. So, and then, because they didn't want me going to the party and like going, oh man, the Death Star, huh? Like, are you done with the Force? Or it's like,
I was just thinking of Revenge of the Nerds.
Yeah.
Panty raid.
Yeah. Except for me, it's like flux capacitors. But now I come to FanCon, like I can talk about the Force. There's a DeLorean here. I could not only talk about the flux.
Well, you
capacitor,
can go back in time and laugh at them and be
here.
like, "I'm cool as fuck now, you guys."
And I love that. That's how it is now. That's turned, and I can come to a place and talk about stuff like that, and that we have that. That exists, and I get to go to that every weekend. I really love that. So. Yeah.
Well,
so
we
thank
love
you.
you, Ming
So thank
Chen.
you, FanCon, man. Thank you guys.
Thank you for coming
Seriously.
back over and over and over again for the abuse we give you in Canada.
Yeah, for sure. Cheers. Cheers to Barkerville Brewing Company. Oh, do you have no question.
Yeah, I do have a question.
Yes.
Oh, you do have a question.
I do.
I thought you were taking the mic away.
I was
No.
like, you guys need to go.
I didn't need to stand up so close.
No, not at all.
So my question is about Comic Book Men.
Okay,
Was it scripted at all?
we get that question all the time. So they didn't want us to call it a reality show. They said, all right, you got to call it an unscripted show. And I think that was the technical designation. So we had no script. No one wrote lines for us or anything. But, did Nichelle Nichols just happen to be in our town looking for a Mego doll? No. They brought her in and they're like, hey, this is how it's going to go. You're going to look for a Mego doll. Ming's going to find it for you. So I was like, okay. Did Freddy Krueger come for my birthday because it was my birthday? No. Yeah. He came because we paid him. But you
can just rent Robert Englund?
It's called a convention.
Okay, I guess so in that aspect.
Yeah. But it was cool. But I want to tell a story though, because a lot of people that we wanted, we would make a list of people who we wanted. Top of my list was like George Lucas, Mark Hamill, and they were way out. Either they wouldn't answer the request, or they were way too much money. I remember we wanted Mr. T to come in. He wanted like $40,000.
Ooh.
We're like, I was like, I pity the fool who asked for that much. Yeah, it was a good guess, but we didn't have $40,000 to give him. So, yes. But we really wanted Ralph Macchio to come on, so they send him a pitch and everything. And on paper, if you look at our show, it's like, hey, buying, selling collectibles, whatever, in a comic book shop in New Jersey. It doesn't sound that exciting. So he read it. He's like, I don't really do things like that. But his manager was like, hey, no, it's Ming Chen. It's Ming Chen's show, and we had done a bunch of cons together. He's like, oh crap, it's for Ming. Like, I'm done. I'll do it. I was like, I thought that was really cool.
That's super nice.
Yeah. So he coined a term for me. He calls me Ming Yagi now.
Ming Yagi.
He calls me Ming Yagi. So it was cool. If you saw the episode, he came on. He taught me to do the wax on, wax off properly. And but no lines were ever written for us. There were maybe situations maybe set up a little bit just to make it go faster. Or like if a guest came in, we would set up some kind of plot line. But after that, it was like, all right, be funny, and we'll edit it to be even funnier. So, and what I really love, like Brian Johnson, he hates authority. So anyone telling him what to say, there's no way. Like he would not, like he won't even, he doesn't, he's really bad with authority. So he would not utter lines that somebody else wrote for him ever.
So the owner of the shop, he always made those statements about, if you could have this superpower,
yes,
what would you do? What would you pick?
Okay.
Those weren't scripted? He just came up with that on the fly?
Pretty much. That's a pretty standard geek question, though.
Well, I suppose.
Yeah, they put all those ones in the first few episodes because those are like the normal geek questions. So, yeah. Well, those ones they would call them before the transactions they would call them banter topics is what the production would call it. We would sit down and write like a 5-page list of them. And then go through. It's like, all right, this one's good. This one's good. It's like, this one's kind of weak, and cross that off. So we would sit down for like a day and come up with a whole list of those. So it wasn't on the fly per se, but it kind of was just beforehand, which is the opposite of on the fly. But we would come up with good ones. Yes.
Yes, nice. Sir.
Check. I'm just wondering,
Yes.
for the two of you
Yes.
what your absolute favorite part of Prince George is.
Oh man.
Like what's like for like you come here,
Yes.
you've been here a few times.
Yes.
What is your favorite piece of Prince George
Besides FanCon.
besides FanCon?
That's a tough question, man.
Well, I live here.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite thing about Prince George?
I will tell you why I like living here. The people are fantastic. It's cheap to live, and we can pick a direction in the summer, and you will find adventure like 15, 20 minutes away and even further, and we live in such beauty. So that's why I like being here.
Yeah. I gotta give out a shout out to a place called Ritual Coffee. Like
Yeah,
I really like
Ritual.
coffee. So last year when I was here, I went to Ritual, and I went there the couple times I was here before. But last year I was sitting there drinking my coffee, and this dude and his daughter were in there. I was like, "Holy crap, you're Ming from Comic Book Man!" And we struck over friendship.
Is that the guy that we saw in Ritual
he's
together?
sitting
today?
right
He's
there.
Right
There's
there.
Vito. Shout out to
Hey.
Vito. Yeah, because I went back this year, and sure
That's
enough,
right.
I didn't have his number or anything, but sure enough, he came in.
It was just
I was like, "Holy
ESP.
crap, man! I was hoping
We're meeting
you
at Ritual.
Yeah, dude, I was hoping how's your
That's pretty
daughter?
awesome.
Like all that. Are you coming to the con? He always comes to the con. And then we went to lunch at Crossroads, so like we invited him over.
That's
like,
right.
like I made a friend.
And that
It
was a
cool.
delicious lunch.
It was cool, man.
It was a delicious lunch.
That was
There's
pretty
still
cool.
lots of really cool things for you to see. I wish that you could come in different parts of the year. I'm not a winter fan. But summer, so much adventure.
Yeah. But my new favorite thing is the Croft Hotel for sure.
Okay, well, Ming's gonna come back and just like take
It
up
really is.
residency.
Check,
in the
check,
Croft.
yes.
He's back for another question.
Yes,
The Croft Hotel is actually pretty amazing.
it is.
We had a pretty good time.
It is. Can we rent it out one day?
Well, I mean, maybe that should be a FanCon thing.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, I agree.
Sorry. Anyways, you guys are awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you so much both for being here.
Thank you.
Thanks for taking us
So
off
fun.
stage.
So
Yeah.
fun.
We have another thing after this, so yeah. Thank you. Well, yeah. I guess I'm gonna end it here. I do want to really thank you guys so much.
Thank you so much for
bringing me
having
back.
me and come and chat with you. It was like,
Yeah, we work very well together. So
I know.
yeah.
We're
and-
gonna make a show and it's gonna be called Things You Put in Your Mouth with Ming and Leah.
It's called Mings You Put in Your Mouth.
Mings you
Things
put in
you
your
put in
mouth.
your mouth. That has a nice ring to it. And the real reason I look so messed up is it wasn't the Croft Hotel. Is I'm helping Norm out with a short, and I'm playing a henchman.
You are.
And
You
I guess
probably
I
gotta
gotta
go film it now.
I gotta go back to that. I shot one scene. I gotta do another one. But yeah. But thank you guys very much.
Thank
for-
you.
Oh,
Before you go,
Yes.
we need you to draw the 50-50 ticket for today.
oh, really? I get to.
Make Ming
will,
do it.
Will you get mad if I draw my own ticket? Here, bring the caribou bucket up here. Oh man. Okay, if you can hear me, the lucky winner is number 285570. 285570. Okay, wait, I'm checking my ticket.
Oh,
285281. Dang it! I didn't win. Okay, good enough. Congratulations to whoever won that. Enjoy the $5 I threw in there. So, all right, thank you guys very much. Stay tuned for whatever's at 4:30.
next.
The
thank you.
yeah, but thank you guys very, very much. I love you guys. Timbits.